can't even pick myself up out of bed. What? You come around with so much energy, fill us with such melodies. Oh gosh,
All right, we ready? We ready? What's going on, everybody? Hey, what's going on Instagram? What's going on Facebook? What's going on YouTube? Hey, my name is Ralph Cole, man. A lot of y'all may know me as Ralph Cole the Barber. A lot of y'all may know me as Skin with Ralph Cole. A lot of y'all may know me as Ralph Cole the Master Esthetician. I don't care what you know me as. All of these things is true. But today, for this video, um, I want to introduce y'all to my world. And I want to welcome y'all within the realms of Ralph Cole, the Ralph Cole that you see today. Real quick though, I got the long version on my YouTube. Make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you like, and let me know, within the comments about, what's some things that inspire you to do what it is that you do to make you who you are. All right. But for me, a couple of things, man. I want to go over 5 things that inspired me to do what it is that I do. And also tell you a quick short story on how I even started, my business and everything within the barbering and also even within the day spa that I have here in Durham, North Carolina. All right. So, number one, my top 3 inspirations. All right. For one, for one, and some people may get upset at me about saying this in this order, but for me, all right, my inspirations is my daughter, my parents, God, and my community. All right. The thing is me. I understand that I have a big responsibility to take care of. All right. And within that, a lot of times, and I know that, a couple of y'all out there that's watching this video and everything, sometimes a lot of people look at us as we're the strong people that they depend on to motivate them, to get them inspired and everything like that. But a lot of times we need that too. We got a lot of weight on our shoulders and stuff. A lot of people may not know how to handle that, which is fine. But, um, you know, it's okay to say that, it's okay to say during the times that you need for people to allow you to lean on them or, allow someone to give you a shoulder to cry on. It's okay. Me, I just went through it myself. All right. But what inspired me to become a barber? All right, let's just start from there since I transitioned from being a barber to a master esthetician. And now I'm taking the two and combining it together. All right. So for me, being a barber, it started off when I was in the military. All right. I was stationed in JBLM. Shout out to all the people that I know in JBLM. Make sure that you put the American flag or our unit and everything down in the comments. Um, but JBLM, I was living in the barracks. Had my 6-pack and everything. Chest all out the hill. Looking real cot diesel. You feel? But with the fade, with the widow peak. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the people with the widow peak. But uh I needed some extra money. I needed some extra money. Growing up, my mom actually does hair, and um, I just saw how she'll hustle and everything, like come home from working like a double shift and all of that, and come home and still do hair, just for whatever. So for me, I looked at it to where I need some extra money, so why not me do the same thing? So started cutting hair and everything. 2014. All right, at the end of 2014. 2015 came, I was like, all right, so I see how I'm making money from this. Why not me go to barber school and, be able to get my license and, get into a barber shop so that now I can make money on the weekends. So went to barber school and I got motivated and inspired. We took a show down to LA, went to a real big barber event and everything. And I never knew that barbers had the opportunities to do what it is that they do. Hence, I took advantage of a lot of the opportunities that I seen. I had a very blessed, like, barber career when I was in Washington State. Um, it's about to be even better here in Durham, North Carolina. All right, just to let y'all know. You feel me? But you know, uh, so in barber school, I actually made a vision board for myself. That's one thing that I want y'all to do. I want you to make a vision board for yourself and set your goals a lot higher than where you know that you can reach. That's what I did. The goals that I set for myself was goals that I knew that I had to put in work. I knew I had to bust my ass to go and like reach these goals. And some of the goals that I set for myself, some people looked at it and laughed and be like, bro, you setting your goals too high. You know, people don't get those opportunities to do what it is that you're setting your goals for until they like 15, 20 years into the industry. I said, that's fine. Watch me do it though. I can tell you right now, some of my goals was I wanted to travel the nation and everything from being a barber. I wanted to be in magazines. I wanted to be in movies. I wanted to cut celebrities. Um, I want to be able to have my own barbershop, and I want to be able to have my own product line. All right. Those are 6 goals that I set for myself while I was in barber school. This is what, 2015. All right. Boom. I got injured when I was in the military. I got out in 2016. My first 2 months out of the military, I was homeless and everything, going from house to house, living in my Jeep and everything up in Washington State. During this time, I was still working at the barbershop in Lakewood. Shout out to Russell, shout out to Diamond Cuts Barbershop and everything like that, man. Shout out to Ruben, shout out to Edwin, shout out to Rodney, shout out to Todd, shout out to all them guys, man. If it wasn't for them, I definitely wouldn't be the barber that I am today. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but even those guys, they didn't even know. You know, I was the first one in, last one to leave, and everything. And every single day, I remember telling myself, and this is a quote that I live by. All right, nothing happens overnight, but it doesn't mean that you have to live like you can't. I remember telling myself that every single day. I remember. All right. And I believe that. I truly believe that. All right. That's what inspired me. That's what I was motivated by. And I just saw how things just kept happening, kept happening. You know, I was sitting in a barbershop and everything. And if I saw that I had like a 2-hour slot and everything, I'll take that first hour. I'll go to each barber, pay attention to little things, little details and stuff that they do. Each barber was totally different. But there was small things that I paid attention to from each one, and I was like, okay, here's what I like, here's what I don't like. And I took it upon myself and made it into my own brand and everything. At the times that I wasn't sitting there paying attention and learning, I was out passing out cards. I made it a point that I got 50 cards in my pocket. And within an hour, I need to pass out at least 25 to 50 of these business cards. I may only get 5 or 10 people, but there's 5 or 10 people that would never know about me if I didn't go out and pass in my cars. If I was just sitting in the shop all day, every day, sitting in the chair waiting and hoping that someone comes in through the door, who knows? But I knew that I had goals that I written down that I needed to achieve. All right. So it went from there, and that's things started happening. Uh, you know, a product line that I was using, Woody's, and Club and Panad. And everything. I kept reaching out to them. I kept doing videos and everything. That said, they reached out to me, said that they love, the content that I was creating. And I got the opportunity to become a platform artist representing Woody's and everything down in LA. So boom, now let's say, I flew down, tried out to become an educator for them and everything, and I got it. I got it. Let's say, boom. Now I'm starting to do hair shows all over the nation. Arizona, Texas, LA, Las Vegas, New York, um, uh, here in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? I even went to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. I guess that's how you say it. I don't know. But, you know, I looked at that and was like, Man, this is something that I set a goal out to do, and within my first year of being a barber, I'm already knocking off some of my goals that people say that, you know, my goals is too high. People don't get this chance. People don't get these opportunities to do until they, 15, 20 years into, their career. But I'm already doing it. Now, you know, now I'm traveling and everything like that. I'm on stage cutting hair in front of like 500 people sometime, or even if it's like, 10, 15 people, but people coming up to me asking me questions about barbering. You know what I'm saying? And I'm new into the industry. I'm still learning myself. But it went from that to then I started cutting the Seahawks players and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like shout out to all them guys, man. Then I started, cutting the Seahawks and everything there at the facility. You know, Once again, that's another goal that I set for myself that I wrote down on my vision board. That once again, people don't get the opportunity to do until they later on in their career, or once again, these is goals that people laughed at me and said that, man, you setting goals too high. All right. Then next thing you know, I went and got my own barber studio. That's another check off my to-do list and everything. You get what I'm saying? Then I made my own products. I had the beard oil and everything, but it was my own. People was buying it. People loved it. You know? So I say that just to talk about my barber career to say, oh yeah, then was featured in magazines, was doing interviews and everything. I even had the opportunity to, go and be in a movie as a barber, or being um what is it called? God dang it. Um being the person, hair and makeup, whatever it is. Somebody write down in the comments. I don't know. But I even had the opportunity to even do all of those things, man. You know what I'm saying? That's because I believed in myself. That's because I believed in my vision. I believed in my own vision, man. This is stuff that I wrote down. And once again, I continue to tell myself, nothing happens overnight. But it doesn't mean that you have to live like it can't. You know what I'm saying? So it got to the point where I'm like, all right, cool. It's time for me to take things up to the next level. Now, here's where I was like, okay, I don't want to get into like women's hair or nothing like that, like cosmetology or nothing like that, but I am interested in the aesthetics so that I can learn more about the skin and how the skin works and everything, so then I can transition that to, be able to provide a better service and experience for my clients, and also too, even for my product line, I'm able to understand cosmetic chemistry even more and how it operates within the skin itself, so that I can be able to explain it to my clients. Um, so boom, then I went to esthetician school, became a master esthetician. Uh, the same day that we graduated and everything, that's the day that everything shut down. Um, which is, everything happens for a reason, man. Everything happens for a reason. But within school, during school, September 2019 was when I made the I made a decision that, like, hey, I need to move back to North Carolina so that I could be closer to my daughter, because my daughter lives in Charlotte, North Carolina. Um, and uh, so I already had the whole year 2020 mapped out and everything of how I was gonna move back home, and living in Charlotte and everything be good financially. I'd be good for the first 6 to 8 months and everything. But boom, that's when the whole pandemic happened. March 2020. Everything just went to shambles. For me, pretty much, all of my plans and everything got pretty much destroyed. Um, you know, I'm sitting here having to figure out, okay, how do I take 7 years of me being across the country, like by myself, with no family, no friends, or nothing like that? And that's not to say that I didn't, meet some amazing people. I met some amazing people that, was definitely major parts of my life there in Washington State. And I appreciate each and every person that I had an experience with in Washington, because I wouldn't be the person that I am today without none of these people. It's a long list of people, man. But just know, if you're watching this video, just know that I appreciate you and I love you. All right. And for the small handful of people that I would say that I never got a chance to have a conversation with, or that, there's any hard feelings or misunderstandings or anything like that, just know that I love you. And it's literally only a handful of people, like less than five, I'm pretty sure. But just know that I love you, and just know that let's have a conversation. All right. But leaving Washington and coming here to Durham, I decided to drive across the country. Um, and it took me 4 days to make that trip, by myself in my Jeep. Uh, that transitional time was definitely well needed. A lot of tears was shedded. Um, you know, just know that it was very emotional, and I didn't know what to expect. All right, me coming here to Durham, North Carolina, I'm not familiar with the city or anything like that. But I got here, and I got to a place where, and I'm just now getting out of it. But just know that therapy is important. Mental health is something that's very important, and I never understood it. I was at a depressed stage of my life when I was in Washington, and I just kept trying to overwork myself to get past it, and I eventually did, but just kept sweeping things underneath the rug. But now that I'm here, just know, people, that therapy is important. Therapy is essential. If you know that it's things that you need to discuss, if you know that it's things that you need help with, if you know that it's things that you need to have a conversation or communicate about yourself with, go and seek the help. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid. Don't think that it's something that you'll be okay with or nothing like that, because it will blow up and it will eat you alive. All right? Depression, self-doubt, um, stress and everything, man. Like, man. And all of these things is stuff that I'm still dealing with and everything, but just now I'm starting to, work my way out of it. And right now, if you're watching this video and everything, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you share this video with someone, because it can definitely help someone. If it's not helping you, share it with somebody, man, because I know that it can help someone else. But this is me just being vulnerable. And this is just me, being able to, like I said, I love helping people. So me being able to express the things that I've dealt with, and the things that I'm dealing with, and seeing how I can work my way out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want y'all to be on this journey with me. All right. And that's what's going to make, Skin with Ralph Cole Day Spa even a great experience for everybody that comes and be a part of it. All right. But, um, you know, here I'm quickly finding out that, you know, holding yourself back from what it is that you truly want to do, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't think that because of your situation you can't make it out of it. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that you know that this is what you do, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to truly look in the mirror and tell yourself that, hey, I am a strong person. You know what I'm saying? Or, if you do need a little extra push sometime, or if you do need help, if you do need assistance and everything, if it's stuff that you don't know, don't be afraid to say that you don't know it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, even though I had a very successful barber career in Washington State, when I got here, I quickly understood that when it comes to financial literacy, that's something that I'm lacking. And I can acknowledge that and I understand it. So now I'm taking it upon myself to where I just apply and I got accepted. I'm an eagle. But starting this month, I'm actually going to be attending North Carolina Central and I'm going to study accounting. So all the accountants and everything that y'all know, if you know an accountant, make sure that you tag them in this video and make sure that you share this video with them. But yeah, I'm going to study accounting at North Carolina Central, so that, for me, I can actually understand financial literacy. I can understand how to actually run a business and everything, from the bookkeeping, from the numbers, from the accounting point of view, profit and loss statements and all this and that. I want to be able to understand that so that for me, I know that my business is good. And then also too, so that, my business as a company, as a business, as a empire that I'm trying to grow it to be, I know that it's good. Everything's about the numbers and, every, I's dotted and every T is crossed. That I'm doing that for myself. Um, and I'm debating for my master's if I want to do an MBA or if I want to do an MPA and everything, because I do want to start a nonprofit so that, in my hometown, Elizabeth City, North Carolina, I'm able to start a nonprofit to where I'm going home probably like, 4 times a year and have like a workshop or like an expo or something like that to where I can start teaching people about financial literacy and a lot of the things that I wish that I would have known a long time ago so that I could be in a better predicament than I am now. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, where I grew up at, and for a lot of y'all that's watching, financial literacy is something that's not really truly taught. You know what I'm saying? This is nationwide. This is a nationwide thing. So for me, if you do want to, once again, be a part of that journey and follow me on my journey to becoming an accountant and understanding numbers, understanding, finances and everything, you know, once again, subscribe. But but yeah, but those are the things, some of the things that inspires me, and some of the things I'm going to be working on and currently working on. Actually, I'm developing my skincare line and also I'm developing my men's grooming line. So make sure that y'all stay on the lookout for that. If you want to support me and everything right now, I do have my t-shirts and everything that's going to be available soon. My Skin with Rough Code t-shirts. So make sure that you, go and order those and everything. So, I can continue to serve y'all these videos and, we continue to make this thing happen. If you're here located in Durham, if you want a haircut, come check me out. RalphCoderBarber.com. If you do want a facial or, any facial services or want to ask any questions, make sure that you hit me up at skinwithralphcode.com. And, I would love to be your assistant. I would love to be a barber. I would love to be an esthetician. All right. And, even if you want to come and take a tour of the Skin with Ralph Code Day Spa, I'm here located 3325 there on Chapel Hill Boulevard, Suite 210. All right. You'll see my name right out there on the board. Hey, I got my name on the board. You feel me? My name is on the board. It says Skin with Ralph Code. I did that. I did that. Not by myself, but I did it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, yo, so that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to, introduce this new journey and everything, and I would love for y'all to be a part of it. Continue to be a part of it, continue to support me and everything so that I can support you. And, hey, let's do this thing together, man. But make sure once again that you like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna, I'll be bringing y'all some great things every single day. All right. I got some amazing things coming up. I got some amazing campaigns coming up. Just make sure that you stay tuned. All right. Appreciate y'all. Peace.
Can't even pick myself up out of bed. What? You go around with so much energy.